Hi, John Grisham again, hiding in the garage. One of the best books I've read in the last many years is a book called A Race Against Time by Jerry Mitchell. I know Jerry pretty well. For a long time, he was a reporter with the Clarion Ledger newspaper in Jackson, Mississippi. I met him when I was in the state legislature a long time ago. And Jerry has written this book that is a true story, nonfiction, and it is very, very compelling. About 20 years ago, Jerry realized that many of the murderers from the civil rights era, there were several notorious murders in Mississippi in the 1960s. The 3 civil rights workers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, the murder of Medgar Evers in Jackson, the murder of Vernon Dahmer in Hattiesburg, and the bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham. Those were all done by the Klan, and nobody was ever convicted. Some were put on trial, they were given easy trials and got off. And Jerry realized 20 years ago that these guys were still around, they had never been prosecuted. He began digging into these crimes, and the deeper he dug, the more stuff he found. He found witnesses who had never talked to anybody. He found snitches who were willing to talk. He found documents. He dug and dug, and it got pretty dangerous for Jerry because these crimes were covered up. Even though they were notorious crimes, they were covered up, and he was really incensed because there was no justice. And he finally convinced, he started writing articles about the crimes and stories, and he won awards, and these were sensational stories when they came out because the real murderers were still walking around. He finally convinced some very courageous prosecutors to push these cases, and they did. He describes all of this in the book, from the actual murders themselves to his investigation, to the cover-up, to the fear, the intimidation, and the trials, and the juries, and the verdicts, and the fact that some of these men, most of them the ones who were still alive went to prison, and several of them died in prison. They finally got what they deserved. And because of Jerry's unbelievable courage and determination, justice finally prevailed. It's a wonderful book, Race Against Time by Jerry Mitchell. Thank you.